Hey, currently walking through the city. I had a personal training client, did an in-home session. I go to them, and then I'm walking to meet with an old client right now. So that's kind of what my mornings look like currently, depending on the day. I'm either in the city training and meeting with people and networking, or if I'm not coming to the city, then I'm at home and I am doing some work and admin or creative type stuff around the house. So this is also one of those fall Chicago days where you have to be ready for like a 20-degree temperature swing. So I've got like my big coat on now from this morning when I got on the train and I was freezing. And now though, it's already starting to warm up a little bit, and then give it like an hour or two and it'll be 60 degrees and I'll be lugging around this jacket, just wearing what I have under it. So yeah, Chicago spring and fall is pretty, but you gotta be ready with a handful of layers. You live in Chicago, in the city, there's a place called Left Coast. It's like legitimately one of the only like truly healthy places that there is to eat here. There's a handful, but in terms of like a small quick grab, that's it. That's the way to go. They've got wraps and bowls and stuff, but it's like a California vibe. So of course you got avocado and kale and but like really flavorful, yummy combos. So yeah, fun fact, really like that place. I discovered it I don't know, earlier this year, a few months ago, and definitely a go-to for me. I don't like quick grabs a lot of the time just because it's not something that meets what I want and tastes good. So that's one of them. I can show you what this street does not normally look like. This is actually close to where Jesse and I used to live. If you're familiar with Chicago, I'm on Wells Street. This is near Division, between Division and North Ave. You'll see here, we're going through Old Town. And this is like a very poppin' place. Weekend nights, even weeknights really, because there's lots of food and drink around here. So this is actually coming up on Broken English Taco Pub, one of Jesse and mine's favorite places. So, as I said, jacket's off. I did a terrible job of filming what I was just doing. I met up with an old client and friend at Starbucks. A great meeting with him. And now I'm at the train station, hanging out, heading back to the burbs. Feeling a little out of it today, so I'm gonna rest a little bit more than usual. Usually my day is pretty like back to back, but I'm gonna head home. I like doing work on the train, social media, email, all that kind of stuff. That's usually what I use the train time for. So I will do that, and then yeah, home for lunch and a little bit of chill time. Yeah, go girl. Find the ball. Ready, go. So now we're home. Cora peed. And she's happy that she's no longer inside the house alone. Isn't that right? Ready? Go. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. 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 Such a good girl, huh? So I'm downstairs in our cave-like lighting. Cora's somewhere back there. I have the blinds closed because I just did our infrared sauna. And I just showered. So that was my last little bit. And currently I'm going to make a little bit of food. I'm gonna eat, and then I've got 2 client calls. So I'll be on those, and then that'll put me at about like 7 o'clock. And by that point, Jessie will be home. I'll be done with those, and that'll more or less mark the end of my day. Maybe I'll stop back on here to recap, but usually that involves talking with Jessie, hanging out, prep for tomorrow if I need it, and reading and watching Netflix. So like I said, maybe I'll stop back in, but that's kind of what the rest of my day looks like. Really excited to get on some calls today. One is with a new client. One is actually a client that it's not a client. It's somebody who been talking to recently via social media and just really wanted to help her out. I think I can help provide her some direction. So both people who are trying to figure out what to do with their careers. One wants to start a side hustle or go all in on the little bit that she is going. And then the other guy doesn't have a side hustle, but he really wants to make a career change. He's got a job that is just draining him and isn't allowing him to have the quality of life that he knows he should. So I love what I do. I've clients that I help with career type stuff like that. And then, like I said earlier, I do personal training for a handful of people. That was my bread and butter. That was my main source of income for the past 6 years. Yep, 6 years, a little over. But slowly transitioning out of that. So there we go. That's my day. I'm gonna go eat some food, and maybe if I remember, I'll actually show you what I'm eating. All right, here's my wonderfully plated meal. And I'm not even totally sure I'm gonna eat it all, but we've got this butternut squash lentil chickpea stew that I made the other day, and it's really good. And yeah, it's really healthy, but it's really flavorful, and just kind of a nice thing in this fall weather. And then over here, I've got a pumpkin energy bite, a little zucchini bread muffin, and an apple. So yeah, that's that meatless meal here, heavily plant-based. Been doing more in that direction recently. And yeah, so this is kind of like what a meal without meat would look like for me. All right, day is done. Just wrapped up my calls. Of course, I'm like standing right by this thing that's heating up my water, so it's being all loud. Yeah, wrapped up my calls, did my post-call recaps, to send stuff out to my clients, give them homework and all that good stuff. So yeah, it is now 7:30, time to chill out. Jessie's here, hang out with her a little bit, eat another meal. I didn't eat everything that I had before, so I'm already getting hungry. And that's the day. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll do this again soon. And yeah, give me a like. I'll appreciate it. It'll make me feel good. Or if you have things that you liked, didn't like, resonated with, or thought were weird or crazy or fun or whatever, hit me up in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.